What have I been playing? What have I been watching? What have I been reading? Let's find out. Hey YouTube, welcome to the channel, or welcome back to the channel. I hope you're doing well. Okay, so you thought what have I been playing, what have I been watching, what have I been reading? I've had a great week, gaming wise, let me tell thee. Before we go any further, thanks for all the messages. I'm doing slightly better with my mental health. I was struggling a little bit at the start of the week. With my motorbike, there's still no update. So, I've got just before Christmas, just under, it's £572 bill to put my motorbike back. I'm still trying to I'm going to catch the guy who did it and drove off, but I'll get him. That's what I want for Christmas. I want justice. So pray for Tony, okay? But thanks for everyone that's showing your concern. I'm doing a lot better, okay? So, what have I been playing? I've actually finished 2 games. Completed them, mate, last week. I think last Sunday evening seems to be my Street Fighter 6 evening, okay? So I played a little bit of this, still on the grind, but then Monday night, I normally do my Mortal Mondays, don't I? But I wasn't quite feeling right. I was hoping to run into the guy that's damaged my motorbike, but I still haven't got him yet. I will get him. I will get you. So it's a little bit, my health was a bit down. So I thought, I won't go live, okay? I don't need any trolls or anything like that. Don't get many of the trolls stopping by anymore, thank God. So I thought I'll just stay offline and grind some more World Tour modes, because I'm absolutely loving this game. And I completed it. I just thought, I'll have a go. So I was stuck on 15.1, chapter 15.1. And basically got to enter a tournament. Once you enter the tournament, you can't get out of the tournament. You're in or you're out kind of thing. If you want to leave, I think you got to go back to the start. And I think there's 4 guys, including the main boss. But I found the first random guy the hardest. So I was challenged by Pazman90. So shout out Pazman90. I was talking to him last night about I finished this game. He challenged me to finish it by Christmas Day, so I've done it. Great. And what else was I going to say? Yeah, so first guy I struggled a bit with, so I used all my health kits, a lot of them rather. And I was pretty much fine. I was told the last but one character, Bosch, or Boss, whatever his name is, I was told he was the hardest one. He landed 1 punch on me. I noticed very early on he was very combo heavy, and I cheated. I beat him. I just kept throwing him on the floor, and then every time he got up, I'd throw him again. Then he'd get up, I'd throw him again. So his health is just going down, down, down. So that's how I did him. And then JP at the end. Yeah, I knew he was going to be hard, but I know his pattern because I played arcade mode a lot. So he was quite predictable, and I beat it. But I'm still going to play it. My character, I think, is level 83. I'm going to keep this game, but probably be forever stalled on my PlayStation 5. Yeah, I'm probably going to play this forever, So I don't think I'll be able to get to level 100 by Christmas Day. But yeah, at least one night a week I'm going to dedicate to chilling out, just exploring Metro City. There's probably other things. There's like loads of little, the silly little side quests and stuff. But I'll do them all, So yeah, what a great game and great value for money as well. Street Fighter 6, contender for Game of the Year, obviously. What else have I finished this week then? I finished Diablo 3. So because I finished with Street Fighter 6, I thought I'll just chill out and play some Diablo 3. I think last week I said I'd beat Diablo, but there's like another character. Looks like the Grim Reaper kind of character. So I beat him as well. And very similar to Street Fighter 6 World Tour mode, you can continue playing. There's other missions. but I'm not going to really do that. I think I've only paid £5 for that. And the reason I got into this is because I wanted to see, I had my eye on Diablo 4, and I wanted to see, is it going to be for me? I'm just going to play the waiting game on that, maybe in January now. I was looking at Black Friday sales. There wasn't a massive sale on it, but hopefully in January sales, if I can pick it up, 20 quid, cheeky 20 quid, yeah, I'll be happy with that. But yeah, I finished that as well. Great game. Very underrated game. Well, I don't know if it's underrated. It's got a cult following, isn't it, I suppose. Yeah, I shouldn't say it's underrated. I did play a little bit of Mortal Kombat 1. Just messing around with some of the other characters in the roster, you know. But Melina's by far my favourite. Liu Kang's pretty cool as well. Yeah, but I'm just exploring the roster with the old Mortal Kombat 1. But this probably would be Game of the Year last year. I can't really remember what was Game of the Year last year, but that's contender as well. I don't know if it's not going to compare with Street Fighter 6, is it? But still a fantastic game. I probably put 40 odd hours into that game, mind, considering that came out in September. Street Fighter 6 came out in June, so yeah, it really has kept me entertained as well. And that's the thing I love about fighting games, is this such good value for money. They really are. Like, if you play first-person shooter, you get, like, I don't know, the average 8 to 10 hours. You wouldn't want to play it every single week. But with a fighting game, like, 60 plus hours in Street Fighter 6, I'm nowhere near finished with that. This is 40 odd hours. So, two games, and 100 hours. And again, I've always got a Mortal Kombat game installed in my hard drive. Funnily enough, it's the first time I've ever got two. It's got Mortal Kombat XL and I've got this in there. And I think when I finished with Mortal Kombat XL, I'm going to go back and play story mode. Probably do it live for Mortal Commandos of Mortal Kombat 11 as well, okay? So, yeah, another fantastic game. And this week, right, it just shows, because I'm struggling with stuff going on. I know, I'm not saying it's the first world problems or anything I've got, but for me, it is kind of frustrating, and it does take a toll. And when it affects your sleeping, it does have an impact on your days, you know. But games is the highlight of my day, other than going for a walk with Rossi. Yes, my highlight. Saying about Rossi, my dog, it's his birthday tomorrow. He's 3. Wow, 3 years old. So I got a party now. We're going to go up my mum's for a party. So my brother will come down with his family, and he won't have a cake, but he'll have a steak. So he'll have a steak, yeah. So say happy birthday in the comments for my dog Rossi, if anyone's a fan of Rossi. What else have I been playing? Oh, I haven't got anything to show you, but I played The Last Blade 2. What an absolute stunning video game. I got it on digital, okay, on the PlayStation 5. I had it when it was in sale. It's an SNK. It's almost like a spin-off, I suppose, of Samurai Showdown. Hibiki's my main character in that, and she's actually, I couldn't believe my luck, she's a DLC character in the later Samurai Showdown, so great work there. But it's very funny that they've got Samurai Showdown and the Last Blade series. They kind of play they're not kind of similar. They're sword-based fighting games. But there's just a charm with the Last Blade 2. And I'm watching, if you can see just there, I've got my big box, like Neo Geo cases. They do a Last Blade 2, one of them. But they're not cheap. I saw one for 50 quid, unsealed, and I didn't pull the trigger. They're more like £100 sealed now, £100 plus, so damn it, it's got away. But I'm always, on my search thing, I got a saved search on eBay for that, so I haven't got the money to buy it now anyway, but doesn't harm looking, does it? Yes, I played a little bit of Last Blade 2. Other digital games, I went live last night, and we played some Turok 2. I've got it. Obviously, it's a Nintendo 64 game, but they did like a HD remaster of it. It's not a remake, it's just upscale graphics. I still remember the cheat code. The master cheat code is You just type it in. There's a section called cheats. God, old school, isn't it? And you just type in, beware, oblivion is at hand. And that unlocks every single cheat. And I enabled infinite ammo and all the weapons, okay? And what a fun game. It was a right nostalgia trip for me, it was. I really enjoyed it. Thanks to everyone that stopped on by. I think the Angry Moose and Pazman90 were engaging in the comments, so thanks, guys. I don't think they played it either, but it was a big deal for me. That was the only Nintendo 64 game I ever bought brand new, okay? Because I always used to be Mr. Second-hand pre-owned. I'd see a game, go, oh yeah, I can't wait for that to go half price in the sales kind of thing, or pre-owned. But it was something I saw Turok 2 on that show, Movies, Games and Videos, if anyone remembers it, in the UK. And I just fell in love with it. And what a great game. And it holds up as well. It really does hold up. So I played a little bit of that last night. So then I'm kind of like between games. You know, like Street Fighter 6. Yes, I'm going to dedicate one evening a week to playing it. But I want my big game back. So my Diablo was my big game that I was playing. So I noticed looking at my PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5 selection, and thought, my games, what haven't I played? So I stuck this on last night, Darius Burst EX. Really good fun game. Really, really good. It's exactly what it says on the tin kind of thing. Alright. So very arcadey. I only played it I did a couple of the bosses. I think you can select like infinite lives or something like that. So yeah, I'm gonna keep. There's no game overs. I'm gonna keep putting your quarters in. I was gonna say then. But yeah, really glad I picked that up. I think I had that in CEX. This might actually be on sale in Amazon at the moment. I strongly recommend it if you're half into your shmups, you know. Yeah, really good fun game. I love the fact that the two bosses I've beat so far are like massive fish-inspired spaceships. It's wild. Yeah, really good. Really, really good fun game. This game, I think I bought this either last Black Friday or in January sales last year, is The Ascent. And it stayed on my hard drive. I haven't finished it yet, but it's one of those games, I'll probably play it on average once a month, or even average once every other month. I'm pretty far into it. My character's like level 17 or 18. It takes a long time to level your character up with this game. But I just put it in. It takes you about a minute to familiarise yourself with the controls again. I think we did defeat one of this massive mech. I was struggling with him. Took me a few goes, but I finally did it last night. I only stuck it on 45 minutes or an hour, but I'm thinking, this is keeping me relaxed while I'm thinking what else are the games I'm going to be playing, you know? So yeah, and it's a beautiful game. If you haven't played that, I don't think this is expensive. You can probably think Argos have got a sale on it at the moment. I don't know how much it goes for digital, but yeah, trust me, it's an absolutely stunning game. The environments are like Blade Runner-esque inspired, really stunning, beautiful neon lights, and the scenery and everything is really stunning. I dare say hidden gem, this game. So I'm showing gameplay, so if you like the look of it, guess 2 thumbs up from me. And I think that's everything I played. But I installed last night. I think this is going to be the third time, my third attempt at playing this game. Persona 5 Royal. Yeah, the game is actually in my PS5 now. If I don't like it this time, I'm trading it in. Okay, I bought this, was in a sale. I bought this a couple of years ago now. And a lot of people say it's their favourite game of all time. I know the Persona's got a hardcore fan base. The only Persona game I've really played and enjoyed is Persona Arena, the fighting game. But it does make me want to know. I have no idea about the characters, so I want to play at least one of them. My big bug with the reason I stopped playing it, I didn't play it for long, was you couldn't just pause and save it unless they fixed that problem. I think it's really disrespectful of a game developer in this day and age to make you, like, not give you the ability to save a game whenever you want. or make you play another 20 minutes until you can save it. It's like, dude, I got a life, do you know what I mean? I haven't got time. But this is the final chance for this game. Let me know, has anybody played this? Should I invest my time in it? I do like the look of it, though. I think there's something there. There's definitely something there, okay? It wouldn't make many people's best game of all time if it was dog shit, you know? So, yeah, I'm going to give it my time and attention, okay? What have I been watching? Nothing on Netflix. On Prime, I had a voucher, a £10 voucher off Prime, because I've been using my mum's. I pay for Amazon Prime monthly, was it $7.99, whatever it is, but just for the delivery side of it. And I've always had my mum's account, so when I want to watch anything on Prime, I'm watching on my mum's account. But then I had an email then saying if you activate your account, and watch stuff, we'll give you a £10 gift voucher. Christ, you should have seen how stingy I was with this £10. It's taken me 2 weeks to decide what I wanted to pay. I was going to download Terminator 2. I was thinking, I have downloaded a really good movie. And then I thought I could rent movies. I was going to, what's that new one that's just come out? Oppenheimer, is it? Like a 3-hour movie. Done really well in the Oscars or review-wise. But I don't know. It might be a one-and-done kind of movie, you know. But then I ended up going with The Creator. Okay, and wow, what an amazing film. Okay, it might be the best movie I've watched this year. Okay, it does borrow from other movies. Okay, so like it gave me Elysium vibes. Maybe Star Wars, I suppose. What's that one? District 9. Visually, it looks very similar to District 9. What's that one? Children of Man. I don't think many people say it like. It's a really visually, it's a treat. Okay, I'm probably going to keep my eye on this and pick it up again on a Blu-ray so I can watch it in the big screen HD. I would love to watch this movie in the cinema. It does. Pulls on the heartstrings a little bit as well, okay? It does make you think. I don't want to talk too much about it. I don't want to give too much away, but it's the human race against the AI. So kind of Terminator 2, or Terminator, sorry, inspired, I suppose. But as you watch it, you realise it wasn't the robots that started it and stuff like that. So it is a bit of a twist to it. But visually, it's the best visual film I've watched for a long time. And I watched it on my little iPad, you know, and I was like, wow, this is great. And I watched it in one sitting. It's very rare that I watch any movie in one sitting. So, yeah, thoroughly enjoyed that. I do recommend watching it. If you like your sci-fi movies, you need to watch this movie, okay? YouTube. This week's channel of the week. Is a friend of the channel, Rogie Retro Gamer, and I actually watched this video, I think it was last weekend or the weekend before. The video is pickups featuring Rogie and Buttercup, November 23. It's a nice long video, okay, and some amazing pickups there. But what I liked about this, other than the pickups, I'll talk about one special pickup he had, okay? But it's nice to see a married, I think they're married, or a couple, let's say, of proper gamers. Sometimes I get the feeling when I'm watching some pickups videos, male pickup videos, they're like, oh, the wife shouldn't know how much I spent for this, the wife doesn't need to know how much I spent for that. But Buttercup, his partner, let's say, clearly supports Rogie in his game collection. So it's like a typical pickups video. He shows what he has, similar to mine, I suppose, where he tells a story. He did a lot of traveling. It's for the month, it's not just one outing, okay? But yeah, Buttercup clearly supports his hobby, which is really refreshing and nice to see, okay? I'll never have this game in my collection, okay? He's nearly got a full Sega Master System collection. He's got like three games left to get, okay? But he picked up Streets of Rage 2. I've got Streets of Rage 1, but have a look at the price of Streets of Rage 2 for the Sega Master System. Now, that's a game which I'll never, ever, ever be able to afford that. Even if I had the money, it's a hard game to find as well, if you're prepared to put the money in. We're talking hundreds of pounds here now, guys. The most I've spent, okay, you can argue £250 for the Mad Gear box, and it's £240 for the Mortal Kombat 1 Collector's Edition. But this is a Master System game, he's a hardcore gamer, okay? It also sounds like his son. He talks about his son, or they talk about their son as well. He's going to be a chip off the old block, I think. He's going to be a collector as well. So, I tell you, once we were in Super Tomato in Cardiff, and there was a father and son duo. The father was around about my age, and the kid was early teens, or I'd say maybe pre-teen. And they went in there, and they went straight to the retro. His son wasn't interested in the current gen at the time, it was PS4 and Xbox One. They were looking at the Master System, the Mega Drive games, and it was so nice to see that. I'm not a father, I got a dog. But if I had a child, I'd love to have that. That was so nice to see. And it looks like their son, I don't know how old he is, but sounds like he's going to be a game collector at least. He was in this video, all of a sudden he wanted all the FIFAs, and that's interesting, isn't it? But I think it would be nice to go back and play the first FIFA. I think I've got that on the Super Nintendo. That's the only FIFA game I've got. And then just play them, like maybe do like a marathon a month, and you play through every single FIFA, to see the difference in the graphics, the gameplay, and the features and stuff like that. Staying with Roger Retro Gamers channel then. If you head over to his channel, let's do something positive today now, guys, okay? He's been nominated for GIRFTuber of the Year, okay? So head over to his channel. It's got details on there how you've got to vote. I have voted, obviously, for Roger Retro Gamer. All the channels are great, okay? But if you haven't nominated anyone, head over there for details on how to nominate him for GIRFTuber of the Year, okay? What have I been reading? Surprise, surprise. I haven't read that much of it this week. So, Long Live Mortal Kombat Round 1. That is the book. If anyone's looking for something to have for Christmas, stocking filler or anything like that, definitely consider this book. I'm taking my time. How many pages in am I? Coming up to 400. So, we get in there. I'm trying to drag it out to Christmas. I don't think I'll be able to, because sometimes I'll sit down and go, I'll just read 10 pages. 30 pages later, I'm still reading, But what a great book. I got some notes here. So we're talking now about, it's not just the games, we're at the point now, so it must be the mid-90s, where they're talking about, or the chapters are around the movie, Mortal Kombat the movie. And there's a really cool stories on how people got the parts and stuff. But there's this one guy called Chris I can't pronounce it right. This guy called, I can pronounce the first name, Chris. I'll have a go. Chris Casamassa? Probably not. But Chris Casamassa, we'll call him. He was a martial artist. He had a great physique and stuff like that. I think he was actually just retired. He was a multi-world champion martial artist or something. And he went for a background casting. He was trying to break into the movies. But apparently, I think Jean-Claude Van Damme went through the same thing. You can't just go for the main role. You got to go in and you got to be a background. Like Jean-Claude Van Damme was a background dancer, wasn't he, in some music videos or something. And then he progressed that way. So he was following Van Damme's footsteps. So he was casting for, do you know the scene where Goro, when you first see Goro in the movie, and you've got all those martial, like, muscly men in the background. He was a casting for one of those parts, okay? Sort of background character. But then, in it was like 25, so there was loads of people, and he made it to the final 25, and he was thinking, this is mad, isn't it, for a background caster, because this is the first casting he's ever been to. And then in one of the castings, you had like 3 or 4 of these like judges or whatever, like, on sitting at their table, and he thought, I need to do something different, and people are going up and doing their routines, their moves, and all this shit. Do you know what I mean? I've been watching too much Karate Kid, haven't I? They were doing that, and he thought, I want to do something different. And he was, he was in the best shape of his life, and he thought, they were asking like things like, can you take your tops off? We want to see your physique while you're doing your routines. Okay, this is bit again. Okay, maybe I'm in the background. And what he thought, I need to do something different. He was the last person to go, and all these other guys were nailing it. And he thought, he looked at them and sized them up and goes, I bet you I can jump over the judges kind of thing, or the casting directors. So he ran, and he did like a kick and cleared them, and he said it was like in slow motion, he remembers it clearly, all the heads watching him thinking, wow. But he thought, if I fuck this up, I'm going to end up kicking one of these people. But he nailed it kind of thing. And it turns out he was in the wrong casting. He wasn't casting for the background. He was actually casting for Scorpion. And he was a massive Mortal Kombat fan. So because of some kind of mix-up, or maybe they saw him in one of the casting things and called him back for another one, thinking, this guy's really good, maybe he could play Scorpion. And he said, if I could choose any of the characters to play, it's Scorpion. And he's like, it was such a nice story. He got asked to go back to play Scorpion again in Annihilation. But this is interesting. He turned it down. It was a hard decision because he was cast as, he went into like the stuntman kind of route as well. Well, he's a martial artist, you know. So he was cast as George Clooney's stunt double in Batman and Robin. And he's like, people saying, do you regret it? Because Annihilation, they're both terrible films, and they're Batman and Robin and Mortal Kombat Annihilation. But he said, yeah, but I got to wear the bat suit. So he was like, sounds like a really happy-go-lucky kind of guy, you know. There we go. That is everything, what I've been playing, what I've been watching, what I've been reading. Okay. I'm going to play another game. We did it yesterday on my yesterday's video. What have I got on? Street Fighter. So, thank you very much, everyone that's watched. If anyone does watch this far, number one, I hope you have a great week. I'm sending you positive vibes. This is how we do it. Positive vibes. And comment, nice Mortal Kombat hoodie. Yeah? So, comment, nice Mortal Kombat hoodie. So if anyone else reads the comments and hasn't watched it all the way through, they'll be, that's Street Fighter, Dennis. Let's have a bit of fun, okay? I like to wind people up, you know? There you go. Thank you very much for watching. I got a party to go to now, my dog's party. Yeah, thanks for watching. Have a great week. Love you. Bye. Hey YouTube, welcome to the channel, welcome back to the channel.